Fantastic.
Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to our Having a Crack episode, where today we'll be looking at Interstellar Transport Company. This game is something that caught my eye a little while back, and the developers kindly sent me a copy of the game to check it out so I could show you guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look, have a feel about what it's like, and then maybe we'll get into a quick single player game. Now, this game, at the time of recording, is not out yet. It's out in a couple of days' time on Steam, so it's still in alpha. This isn't the full release version. It could have either features in it that are missing or anything like that. But let's take a look. First things first, nice planet on the screen there with a multi-layered graphical thing going on. Looks a bit oval on my screen, maybe it's just the way we're looking at it. Let's go and have a quick look at the tutorials, because I know there's some tutorials, I've done them, but let's do them again quickly and have a look at them. So, navigation, routes and ships, and infrastructure and finances. It sounds pretty straightforward. I don't think this game is that complex. Let's take a look at navigation. There we go. So this is the navigational tutorial. We can scroll around with WASD nice and fast, and we can hold the middle mouse button to move the camera, and we can turn the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Z and X also zoom in and out. A right mouse button allows you to manipulate the camera bit by bit, and Q and E, I think that does 90 degrees. Is it 90 degrees on what it was on, or 90 degrees on a set axis? It's what it was on, so it's not a set axis. You could very easily get lost. And then there's R and F for slanting, but oh wow, so you can go all the way from the bottom all the way around to the top, but you can't go upside down, which is probably a good job. Now we've got a star here, various different stars, and we're zooming in, we're starting to see a little bit of those stars. Well, they look pretty good. I'm not sure what this cloud is, this spatial cloud that's around. Is that just general nebulae? It must be. It must be. Which I lost. There it is. So it wants us to go to the green star, which is our solar system, and here it is. Kind of feels like Kerbal Space Program at this very moment in the map screen. But in every other way, it doesn't. Now, I've read that this game is aiming to well, not aiming to emulate, but is inspired by the games like OpenTTD and Transport Fever, games that we've been playing on this channel for quite some time, and it's kind of a space version. And I love space, so that's great. It wants us to click on the Earth, which is over there. There we go. Oh, look at this Earth. Lots of activity going along around the Earth. Nice dark, light night effects with the dark side, and wow, they are some pretty nice graphics, really. Obviously, these structures are representational. If they were that big, we would have problems, I think, in real life if the structures were that big. I can do a bit of zooming in and out. In fact, I can almost zoom out to that view. Oh, now I've lost it. Have I lost the Earth? I don't know if I've lost the Earth or not now. Oh, we're back to Earth. Right, okay. What we've got to do, we've got to upgrade the spaceport. This up here seems to be a spaceport. Looks a bit weird with it being flat at the top of the planet like that, but oh well, never mind. Let's spend some money and upgrade it. You don't have enough money to upgrade the spaceport. I don't think I was supposed to upgrade it. No, I'm not. I meant to just go back by clicking. Oh, it's the end of the tutorial. Way! We can navigate around the solar system. Let's have a sneaky peek at the moon. Where's the moon? There it is. See what that looks like. Hang on a minute. Where's it going? Oh, it's actually orbiting. It's going, yeah, quite quick. What phase is the moon in? Let's have a look. So if we go to Earth, are we inside the Earth? We are inside the Earth. If we look at the moon, it is nearly half moon. It's coming up to half moon. Well, there we go. That's navigation. Let's escape and go on with the next tutorial. So the next tutorial is routes and ships. This is where we're going to start finding out a little bit more about what the whole idea is here, I think. So it wants us to go to the solar system. It wants us to click on ships. Now, at the minute, we have no ships, but we're going to purchase a new one according to the tutorial. It wants us to purchase this Sparrow rocket. There we are. It says you must assign the cargo bays you want your ship to be built with. And this is where, for me, it gives a little bit of a Space Empires 5 feel to it. Choosing what you can have inside your ship. But this game here, from what I can understand, doesn't have any combat in it. It's all about the transport. It's a peaceful empire, which is fantastic. So let's just do what it tells us. Whack a load of liquid storage in this vessel and order the ship. There we are, we've got a ship. And now we have a ship, apparently we have to put it on a route. So, we have to click on the routes window. Let's close the ship window for now. And do a new route. Right, now it wants us to add a stop. So we click add stop. It wants us to do it on the Earth. There we go, so we're going to go to the Earth. After the Earth is added, let's add the moon to the route. Well, that's quite easy. There's Luna, the moon. Oh, we should our moon. There we go. And it wants us to deselect water. It says we will disable water pickup at the moon, so that excess water does not get returned to the Earth. Oh, I see. So when this is what we pick up. Well, we don't want to pick up water, and we can carry water. Well, in theory, though, it looks like we could pick up. Is that dilithium? Is that meant to be something like deuterium but different? Anyway, pickup rule. Here we go. It's telling us that to change the pickup rule, and it says pick up none. There we go. So it's not going to pick anything up now. Surely that's the same thing. I don't know. We'll find out later, maybe. We can close that window. Open the ships. The moon's nearly gone all the way around in the time we've been messing around with this single ship. Yeah, there's the moon. It's got some stuff on it. Come back. There you go. Look at the date. The date of the game is the 4th of the 2nd, 2050. So it's only about 25. No, wait, it's more than 25 years in the future. Why did I think it was 2025? I'm getting ahead of myself massively. So we can choose our ship and assign that route that we just created to it. Looks like it auto-assigned because it was the only one that was available. Save that and start. And there it is. Our little ship is doing its little route and bam! It crashed into the moon. When the ship arrives, it automatically unloads the cargo and starts loading any cargo that is delivered to the next destination on its route. If a maintenance shed is available, it'll also begin any repairs. You should also receive payment for the delivery immediately when a ship arrives. Click proceed to complete the tutorial. There we are, we're done with that one. On to the next tutorial. So here we are in the finances tutorial. We're going to get started by going to the Sol system, brilliant, and over to the Earth. This game likes the Earth. I kind of like Earth. Feels like home. Now we need to click on the Earth to focus on it, and it wants us to, it says in tutorial 2, which we just did, we launched a rocket, which was a small one. For larger ships we need to lease gates for the ships to land at. Okay, so it wants us to click on the gate and accept it and lease it. There we are. We've got some spaceport gates now in our Earth profile. Population is currently 9.6 billion? Yes, 9.6 billion. It says on Earth you'll notice that there are buildings on the surface. Each building has a type and different function. Let's build one. Fantastic. Right, where are we going to build it? Down here. I can't see where that is. It looks like... well, it looks like in the middle of the ocean, to be honest. Just north of Australia. Yeah, Meeper's going to have to look after this one. There we go. It wants us to build a taxi service station. So there we are, jobs are good. And it also says expand our medium office and upgrade it. There we are. Brilliant. We spent loads of money. What does it do? Let's have a look. We do 0.15% per week planetary company reputation. Okay, so it increases reputation. But upgrading the office gave us a 5% negative effect to our company reputation. It's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Anyway, apparently we can leave the Earth view. Let's do that. And it wants us to click on Mars. Where's Mars? There's Mars. Cracking, I like Mars. Let's have a close look at Mars. Oh, look at that. I must admit, so far I'm impressed with the graphics in this game. Oh, we went too far away from Mars, and now we're no longer at Mars. I think I'd like to play this game in 3D, which is technically possible with an upscaled monitor. But let's have a look here. It wants us to upgrade the spaceport, so we do that. Are you sure you want to upgrade it? Yeah, why not? We've got loads of money this time. It's been upgraded. Yay! That's it. That's all they want us to do, I think. So if we click escape, press escape on your keyboard. No, at this time that does nothing, but I can right click or press the back button. And he wants us to have a look at the finances. That's cool. So it looks like we've got a summary, and we can change it from 30 days to 90 days, 180. So look, we've got some cash. We've got our net worth is pretty well. Our net worth is the same as our cash, which means all we've got is cash. Loans and bonds. Oh, we can take out a loan. Let's see, what's the interest rate? 37.95% interest rate. The Robin Devils. What if we change it to 109? Oh my goodness, look at that shoot up. Wow. Just wow. 80% interest rate. May as well get a payday loan from one of those TV commercials. Anyway, it says there are 3 different financial... Yeah, okay. Basically, take a loan. Alright, let's take a loan. There we are. We've got a loan, we've got a bit more money. Not a lot. Terrible interest rate. And now we can subsidise a colony on Mercury. I must admit, I think Mercury is one of my favourite planets. Just because it's so hot. It really is. I mean, look at this. Can we even get any closer to... We can't get any closer to Mercury than that. It's not letting me. I think that because it's small. Yes, that must be it. It wants us to subsidize a colony, so let's click on that. And it's going to cost us a lot of money. But I see. Because there was no colony on it, we couldn't get uber close. But now there's a colony, we can. Look at that. Just cracks of magma everywhere on the scorched surface. Why would you want to colonize that? And then it says, I suggest you play on normal or easy difficulty when you start doing so. Well, there we go. Thus ends the tutorials. What we're going to do now is have a quick look at the options, quick look at the single player options, and then what we'll do in another episode, we'll come back and have a quick single player game. It's nice to see that there's multiplayer in here. From what I can see, there's a nice amount of options. Let's have a quick look at that. So we can create our own game, so we can create our own multiplayer game. We can quick join a random game, so there must be some sort of list. In fact, there is. You can browse games. Now, at the moment, it says no lobbies found, but to be honest, I'm not surprised considering the game's not released yet. And there's a ranked games button as well, however that's greyed out by the looks of it. So lots of multiplayer stuff by the looks of it coming soon, and that really does interest me. I can see me and the League of Super Ultra Mega Geeks playing some of this in the future. So let's have a look at some of the options. So we've got the standard sound settings, standard graphics settings, nothing too interesting. Same with controls. Nothing too interesting there either. And there's one that says other, which is to disable tooltips, camera position markers, brightness, disabling edge scrolling and things like that. Well, nothing too interesting in there, but let's have a look at what options we have to start a single player game now. So we can continue a new game, which is a bit weird because I haven't done that before. You can do a new predefined game, so if we click that you can choose easy, normal, hard or unfair. I like the fact that this game appears to have something that is not only going to be hard, but it has an option above hard. I like it when games provide me with a challenge. Ideally, I want my game that I'm playing on its highest setting for me not to be able to complete it. I want it to be too difficult. That way I know that I'm always going to have a challenge with the game. Unless I become some sort of grandmaster at it, then I'd expect to be able to do that. So it's nice to see that feature. Okay, and if we go back, we've got we can do custom games, and we can of course load a game that we've got saved. Let's have a look at the options in the custom games. So you can choose your galaxy size, which goes from, well, one end to the other, whatever that may be. Let's keep that relatively small for now. You can have a number of different stars, up to 300 different star systems by the looks of it. Let's keep that number relatively low for now. And you can change the amount of cash. You can either start with what appears to be, if I say that, is that 1 million? Looks like 1 million is the maximum. And, oh, you can start with 0 cash. And 0 loan, apparently. I guess you'd have to go in and actually take one to begin with. That would be an interesting challenge. Maybe I should try that at some point. But we're going to put a bit of cash on there. And let's see what the game looks like when we get into it. Next window up is who's playing, what's going on. And at the moment, there's no AI here at the moment. Player difficulty is easy, AI easy. Yeah, so you can get to change. You can make it so that the environment's difficult against you, but the AI are easy to beat, which is an interesting concept. I like it when games give you that option. Or alternatively, you could do it the other way around as well. So you can make it so the environment's really easy to play, but the AI are really difficult to beat. So let's throw a couple of AI in there, a random couple of different players. Let's do another one, and it looks like we can start game now. This previous button goes back and you can exit, but let's have a quick look inside the game. So here we are in my first ever game of Interstellar Transport, and I will just warn you that if you do this, get this game, at the moment there is a black screen after the loading screen, and you just have to wait. And then it will be fine. So nothing new from the tutorials here. We've still got options for buying ships, checking out routes, and we can have a look at our finances. We've got some money. We can take loans out. There's no stocks yet. Various different reports for operating profit, income. So these are the kind of nice benchmarks against how well your company's doing against the other companies which are in the game. There it looks like we've got a few different ones in there and a main menu to go. And of course we can save the game at any point, which is always nice in a game. Looks like we've got a random starting solar system here. If we zoom out, there is a good cluster of solar systems there. Let's go in and have a look at what the situation is. So it looks like we've only got one planet, and it's this one here. It's got a nice gate and stuff at it already. We've got a good deal of money, so let's have a look. That costs just over $1,000 a month. Let's accept that. They've got a space gate there. Right, now if we zoom out, can we then colonize a nearby planet? Habitability, not a lot. That one's quite habitable. What's that one? Right, I see. So water availability. There's quite a lot of raw materials on this planet. That one... Oh, that one's quite nice. Lots of water, lots of habitability, but not a lot of materials or anything. Where there's a lot of rare resources on this particular planet here. So I'm going to hire another gate here, and let's see if we can put a ship between it. So let's do a new route. Let's go from that one to this one. There we go. And that's it. That's done. Go away routes. And ships. Purchase new ship. Right. Oh, we've got different ones here. So that one looks like it's wow. Lots of different ones on the storage here. Let's get the expensive one. There we are. Let's put a little bit of seating in it. Coke cash. So yeah, we'll put 3 of them in, 2 of them in, 1 of them in. Is that it? Why is the rest greyed out? I'm confused. Don't know. Dry climate controlled. I don't know what. Let's have a little bit of machine storage in there, and a little bit of that in there. We're going to make this a bit of everything, you know? Why not? So we've got Some of them, some of them, some of them. Let's just random buttons now I'm pressing. Oh, hang on. There we are. We filled it up. Okay. So let's order the ship. There we go. And we're going to tell it to go ship. Go on our route. There we are. Oh, it's on order. What? Why is the ship on order? Where is it? On order. Why is it on order? Is it because because it takes a while for my ship to be ready? I think it does. We can increase speed. Okay, so that's when it was purchased. There's a countdown here. I'm guessing that countdown is when it's going to be ready. Yeah, it looks like it. There we are. It's launching immediately. Whoa, 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 whoa. There it is. Ship cam. Wow. Let's, we're too close. There we go. That's a nice looking ship. That's a nice looking ship. What's it doing? It's currently in transit. Well, there we go, folks. We've got into the game. We've started playing around with it. We might well continue this in another episode. I might do an entire series on this. Let me know down in the comments what your first impressions are. I'm intrigued. I want to see more depth in the game as it evolves and it comes through out of alpha and through the betas. But not a bad start, and certainly definitely very interesting. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and the more likes this video gets, the more likely I am to actually do a series on this particular game. But thanks for watching, take care, and for now, goodbye.